Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I do hope you're having a good day. I'd like to provide you with training today, and our topic for today is leaders and their team. With this COVID-19 that erupted late last year, early this year, we really started to see the impact early this year. It's been a most unprecedented year, but as a leader, you are still required to navigate through these challenging times. You're required to lead your people. And I know that the UK is under lockdown right now, but there's certain organizations, there are certain services that are still required to remain fully functional. Schools are required to remain functional. Universities are required to remain functional. Hospitals are required to remain functional. Construction services are required to remain functional. So there's certain businesses that just cannot work from home. So people who can work from home are doing that. But then there are others who still need to be on the front line. People at supermarkets, working in supermarkets, still have to remain fully functional. So as a leader, it's important that you are able to lead your people, to inspire them to give their very best, even in these challenging times. There's a popular phrase that goes, teamwork makes the dream work. Some people could look at that phrase and think of it as a cliche, but the reality is that phrase is very true. And in this time like no other, do you actually, as a leader, you need your team to be able to make the dream work. Whatever the vision you have for your company, your organization, whatever vision you have, whatever plan you have, whatever goal you have, you definitely do need your team. So how do you navigate through these times? How do you lead your people? Because at this particular point in time, there's certain challenges that you're going to be facing in addition to COVID-19. So you're probably going to see a higher or an increase in sick leave requests. You're going to probably see an increase in the request to go to the doctors. You're going to see an increase in just fear and concern amongst your people. How do you deal with this? Because as a leader, you're still human, and you may also have some of the issues that your people have. So how do you navigate through this time? I'll provide you with some tips. Number one tip is be transparent. Right now, in this time, this is the time when you, like no other time, you are required to be transparent, to be honest, to be vulnerable with your people. Instead of trying to cover things up and sugarcoat things and to make things appear better than they actually are, be honest with them. Be transparent with them. Tell them exactly where you are as a leader. Tell them where the business is. Tell them the concerns that you are facing, the challenges that you are facing, and explain to them why you need them to be on board. Explain to them why you need your support to be able to achieve your goals, to be able to serve the people. It might be students, it might be at the hospital, it might be the supermarket, wherever that might be. Explain to them why you need the team to be able to serve as normal. Now, when you've been transparent with them, then it's important that you take the time to listen to them, listen to their fears, listen to their concerns. Right now, this time that we're facing right now is a most unusual time. So it is not possible, it's not reasonable or logical to expect your people to do their best, to come out in spite of their fears, in spite of their concerns, and to serve. And they're doing that because they want to help your organization. So it's also important that you as a leader, that you take the time to review your policies. So that's the second tip. Take the time to review your policies. If you had a certain policy as it relates to sickness or requesting doctor's appointments, review that and look at flexibility. Look a bit more flexible with the time that you offer your people, with the policies around sick notes, around sickness, around doctor's appointments. Look at flexibility. Ask them, ways that you can serve them, because they're serving you. They're going over and beyond what is required of them. They're coming out in the face of a pandemic. They could resign. They could decide to just hand in their notice, but they're not doing that. They've chosen to stick with you. They probably have families to feed. They need the money, but there's also that fear. There's also that concern for their own safety. So do what you can to allay those fears, but also do your best to explain that you need them on board, and then find out from them ways that you can be flexible, so that as they go out and serve the public, you as a leader, you're putting measures in place that helps to serve them, so that they feel more appreciated, they feel more valued. Okay, these are my tips for you today. Number one, be transparent. Number two, review your policies and look for ways to serve your people to ensure that they feel appreciated. Okay, these are my thoughts for you today. You do need your team to make that dream work, so make sure you do that. Okay, please feel free to share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. Until next time, from my heart to yours, do take it easy. Bye.